Scrapyard Diecast Racing
presents. It's the one and done challenge. Yahoo!
Welcome back to the Scrapyard, friends. I'm your host, Barnabas Tone. And since our regular co-host, Frederick Allen Seto, is busy with our other ongoing tournament, it's my great pleasure to introduce you all to our new fill-in co-host, Candace Be Real.
Hello, y'all. Like Bear said, my name is Candace Be Real, but everyone calls me Candy, and I'm just tickled pink to be y'all's co-host for this here event.
And this event is going to be something special for the Scrapyard.
That's right, Barry. Like the title card said, this event is a one-and-done challenge. And if you're all wondering what that means, then let me explain it. We have 20 cars never seen here at the Scrapyard before. We are going to give them a random number, and they'll be bracketed out accordingly. And then they'll make their way through the rounds until there's only one car left. And if you haven't guessed it from the title, you only get one chance. No 3 heats, no sudden death. You lose, and you're done.
Thanks, Candy. Now let's take a look at each car and see where they'll line up. Up first we have the 2013 Maximum Leeway. With 850 horsepower and a V8 engine, this aerodynamic dirt-over racer can drift sideways at over 100 miles an hour. We'll see how much of that helps him once he gets on the Scrapyard track. And his bracket number will be number 12.
The second car isn't even a car. It's the 2009 GMC school bus, packed with a 7.4-liter V8 with 255 horsepower and 385 pounds of torque. Now you might be thinking, a school bus ain't fast at all, but it gets millions of kids to school on time every day, so it must know something about speed and cutting corners. And his bracket number will be good old number 5.
Our third entry is the 2016 Lamborghini Centenario Roadster. With a 6.5-liter V12 packing a whopping 759 horsepower and 509 pounds of torque, and a 218-mile-an-hour top speed with a 0 to 60 time of 2.7 seconds. This could definitely be the one car to watch. His bracket number is number 20.
The fourth car is the 2011 Mad Manga Bosso Zuko. And I know we said this is an open tournament, but this car definitely looks more like it belongs at a car show than at a racetrack, because that shark nose looks more like a shovel than a performance car. And he'll be coming in at number 6.
Our fifth car in the lineup is the 2010 Infiniti G37 Coupe. This sporty little coupe has a V6 rated at 330 horsepower and 270 pounds of torque. And his slot will be number 13.
The sixth car is another sporty little coupe. It's the 2016 Alfa Romeo Giulia. This one's Italian. It has a 2.2 multi-jet 2 16-valve engine with 134 horsepower and 280 pounds of torque. And his bracket spot will be number 2.
The seventh entry in our tournament is the 2019 Jaguar XE SV Project 8. This car has a double overhead cam V8 with 592 horsepower and 516 pounds of torque. And he'll line up at number 14.
The 8th contestant is the cutest little thing. It's the classic 1971 Porsche 914. It has a 1.6-liter rear engine with a cute little 84 horsepower and only 100 little pounds of torque. It doesn't sound like much, but that car is as light as a feather. And he'll be landing in position number 15.
Contestant number 9 is the 2020 Chevrolet Corvette. This vet has a V8 cranking out 490 horsepower and 465 pounds of torque. And he'll be positioned at number 1.
Racer number 10 is our other Jag, the 2020 Jaguar F-Type. It has an intercooled turbo inline-4 with 296 horsepower and 295 pounds of torque. And this little kitty is landing in slot number 3.
And the 11th participant is the 1998 Honda Prelude. It has a near bulletproof 2.2-liter dual overhead cam 16-valve VTEC inline-4 with 195 horsepower and 156 pounds of torque. And he'll bracket in at number 7.
And the next racer is number 12, It's the 1934 Hot Rod. This car looks like it would be more at home in Detroit, cruising down Woodward Avenue with a crate engine V8 pushing out 500 horsepower and 500 pounds of torque. And he'll cruise his way on over to spot number 9.
The 13th entry is the 2014 McLaren P1. This hybrid has a 3.8-liter twin-turbocharged V8 engine with an in-house developed electric motor for a combined power output of a massive 903 horsepower and a pavement-splitting 664 pounds of torque. And he'll be in position number 18.
The 14th car in our lineup is the 2019 Kia Stinger GT. This car has a 3.3-liter twin-turbo V6 capable of 365 horsepower and 376 foot-pounds of torque. He'll park in position number 10.
The 15th car in our competition is the 1992 Nissan Silvia S13. This car with its 2.0 turbo 205 horsepower engine would be a hands-down favorite if this was a drifting competition. But we'll see how he does at the scrapyard. And he'll slide his way into spot number 19.
Contestant Sweet 16 is the not-so-sweet-looking 1968 Mustang Off-Roader. It's been converted to a 4-wheel drive, but it still has the original manual 3-speed gearbox and a 5-liter engine rated at 230 horsepower and 310 pounds of torque. And he'll monster truck his way into position number 17.
The 17th participant is the rare 2008 Mastretta MXR. This rear-wheel drive sports car has a mid-engine 2-liter supercharged Duratec V6 with 242 horsepower and 185 pounds of torque. And he'll position in number 8.
Car number 18 is another piece of automotive history. It's the Ferrari Crusher 1964 GT40 MK1. It has a 4.2-liter overhead valve 8-cylinder with 350 horsepower, and it weighs in at only 864 kilograms. And it can reach 140 mile-an-hour top speed in the blink of an eye. And you'll be able to spot him in position number 11.
And car number 19 is the 2018 Dodge Challenger RT drift car. Unlike the monstrous Hellcat, this Challenger only has a 3.6-liter V6, but it still has a respectable 268 horsepower and 305 pounds of torque. And he'll position in number 4.
And our last car isn't even a car at all. It's the heavily modified, almost unrecognizable 1986 Toyota Hilux 4x4 extra cab custom truck. Originally, it came with a 2.4-liter diesel and a 5-speed manual transmission, but I'm seeing 4 very large pipes coming out of each side of that thing, so who knows what he really has under that hood. And while he's last, he's definitely not least in position number 16.
And now that all our cars have their racing positions, let's take another look at our bracket. We'll be racing from the outside in and from left to right.
So that means our first race is between the Toyota Hilux and the Mustang Off-Roader. I'm not all that thrilled that the 4x4s ended up together because aside from the bus, these were the only 2 trucks we had in the whole tournament. And now one will definitely take out the other. And I would have really loved to see what these good old boys could do against a supercar.
Well, Candy, as you'll soon learn, you can never say never when it comes to the scrapyard. One of these trucks could surprise us and make it all the way to the finals and win.
Personally, I can't wait. This is something all new for the scrapyard, and I'm so thrilled to be a part of it. So won't y'all be a sweet sugar and hit that subscribe button so y'all can be here to join us next time on all the fun? Until then, this is Candy, signing off and saying good night.
And as always, I'm your host, Barnabas Tone, saying goodnight from the scrapyard. We can't wait to see you next time for race 1 of the
One and done challenge. Yeah!